Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome back to Metroid Prime. So when we last left off, we were pretty much here. Actually, we were in the save point up there, but I figured this would be a nice opening shot to open on. Because I do try to think of that. I do try to think, what is the first thing you're going to see? Sometimes the game doesn't give me any options, but sometimes you do get options. Anyway, yes, we are here, and the last thing we picked up was, of course, the super missile. And I now have to spend a couple of minutes remembering what the fucking controls are. I'll get there, don't worry. It's like riding a bike. Something that I have genuinely not done in 2 decades. Thinking about it, when was the last time I actually rode a bike? I don't remember. Like, legit, I really don't remember the last time I rode a bike. That's sad. Yeah. Anyway, this is Metroid Prime. This is still, believe it or not, my favorite game of all time. And so we're going to be just continuing on with it. Because when we last left off, you may remember, we were in Phendrana Drifts. And I've got to remember what the right button is. And as you can clearly see, we've explored a good chunk of it. But of course we've still got, yes, we still got that to do. But we've got to go through all of this first. We've got to go up to the top. Then we've got to go down. Whoop, down and along here. Got to remember to hold the Z button. And we've got an item to pick up first, which will help us to beat the thing in here. So yes, that's what we've got to do. Once I remember what. Hey guys. Good enough. Hey Jagoth. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ah, yes. Is the elevators. Now we get our first introduction to the flying pirates. Spoiler alert, I guess. Oh, where are you? There you are. Hello. Come here. Hello. Oh, never mind. Incoming. These guys are annoying. Because if you stun them, they like to dive bomb you. You can't just blow them up, of course. But the wave beam is really useful for stuff like this. It's not over yet, there's a couple more. Hello! Because of its lock-on feature and its ability to stun enemies really helps. Whoa! Ow! There you are. Gotcha. Right. You can only blow up some of these boxes, which is a bit weird when you actually think about it. But not that weird, all things considered. I'm also pretty sure... Where was it? Isn't there like somewhere around here you're supposed to blow up or something? Oh no, wait, isn't it? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, you can jump up to these things. What it is you can blow this shit up. Well, actually, technically, you gotta melt this first. So you need the plasma. That's what I remembered. See, I do remember all this stuff. Nope, that's the way I came in. And I will say, that's the downside to this area, is it's very easy to walk in the wrong fucking door. It's okay at the moment because I can see the rooms I have and haven't gone into, but... There they are. Stasis tank. Phazon infusion. Subject Metroid. They're here. Could be a problem. Potentially. Nah, it'll be fine. Not like we don't yet have the ice beam. Ah yes. Metroid, energy-based parasitic predator. Dominant species of planet SR388. The Metroids can suck the life force out of living things. A Metroid will latch onto its prey and drain energy, growing larger as it does. The only way to shake an attached Metroid is to enter morph ball mode and lay a bomb. It could be a problem. Damn it. Now, that's what I was trying to do. Yeah, and then they break the window open. Hello! And another one? Does another one jump up? I don't remember. I thought another one jumped up. Guess not. Okay. Let's take a moment because we've got some scannables. Lock 1044.4. Initial transfer of Metroids to Talon 4 research facility has been completed. 3 were terminated in an instant at the landing site, but the others were pacified and transported safely. Initial Phazon infusion testing is underway. We are eager to observe the effects of Phazon on Metroids, especially their ability to absorb and process the energy given off by Phazon sources. Early research suggests a considerable growth in power and size. Whether the creatures stay stable thereafter remains to be seen. Yeah, because that's what you want to do to a parasitic life form that sucks the energy out of something. Give it more energy. I don't think any of these are important. Yeah, just saying all that, this, that, the other. This one, however, it's red. That means it's important. 10891.0. The reconstruction of Geoform 187, codenamed Ridley, was recently completed. After his defeat on Zevis, Command ordered a number of metagenetic improvements. Metagenetic, even, improvements for him. Though aggressive, we were able to implement these changes in a cycle. The metamorphosis was painful, but quite successful in the end. Early tests indicate a drastic increase in strength, mobility, and offensive capability. Cybernetic modules and armor plating have been added as well. We believe our creation, now called Meta Ridley, will become the mainstay of our security force. A job he will certainly relish. Because there is only one Ridley. I mean, it's debatable whether the Kraid in Dread... Spoiler alert, I guess, if you've never played Dread yet, but, I mean... What are you doing if you haven't? You keep running around down there, or are you going to do something about it? There you are. What the hell? What the fuck killed him? Where is he? Come on, I know there's another one around here somewhere. We good? I think we're good. Excellent. Okay, there it is. So while I'm here... 10.987.2. Confidence is high regarding Phazon applications. We know enough about Phazon now to be combining it with Space Pirate DNA. The code name for this venture will be Project Helix. Preliminary studies indicate that Phazon infusion could produce radical new pirate genomes. Benevolent mutation levels are high in current test subjects. Phazon madness is a concern, but refinement in the infusion process should reduce or neutralize the odds of mental degradation. There's also one around here. I can't remember which one it is. It's not that one. It may have been in the other half. No, that's all Metroid related stuff. Never mind. Alright, careful. Easy. Oh. Morph balls. That was always a nice touch. Hunter, I've forgotten that it was here, but Hunter and Metroid DS is showing signs of increased instability, heightened immunity to cold dampening field. As in Hunter Metroid, as in Metroid Hunters, which was a game on the DS. There's also a DG. Just so you're not entirely 100% sure if it's a reference or not, it's totally a reference. Why would it not be? Oh yeah. Of course, there are Metroids in these things. Technically speaking, you can free them. Now, if I remember correctly... Yeah, I know that. I'm looking for... No, never mind. I think... Nope. I think I need you. I need you. And I need you. Oh yeah. Don't scare me like that. Alright, what else we got? 11.420. Nice. Point 7. Metroid dissections continue to provide more questions and answers. Our research teams have isolated the energy conduits that run from the invasive twin mandibles to the energy core in the creature's nucleus. Full part. It means full parts. Shut up. But the manner in which a Metroid actually extracts the life force from its prey remains an utter mystery. The victim does not lose blood or any other vital fluids, and yet the Metroid extracts energy. Identifying this energy is our central problem. It takes no physical form, and yet without it, the victim dies. We will continue to research this matter, as the isolation of this life-giving essence could be the key to our ascendance. Yeah, this is the thing. It's like it's explained that Metroids suck the quote energy out of a creature, but it's also not implied to be like the bioelectricity or anything like that. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. Or maybe the pirates are just idiots and they don't know about bioelectricity. Which would be strange, but I mean, it could happen. 11.550.6. Studies of Metroid biology continue, though with limited progress. It seems likely that we will be much more successful using the Metroids for our means, rather than trying to reproduce their powers. If they could be adequately tamed, we would have no need of a proper understanding of their metabolism. A small force of disciplined Metroids could wipe out entire armies, and once we find ways to shield them from the cold containment weapons, they will be invincible. Furthermore, if we could then harvest the energy they'd consumed, we would have near limitless sources of power at our disposal. Yes, that's the thing. Let's make it so that the ultimate life form creature that has only one weakness doesn't have any weaknesses at all. Clearly big brain time. The pirates are idiots, I suppose. Did I scan the flying ones before? I don't think I did I? Also, apparently I haven't scanned these guys. I thought I had scanned you. Huh. Apparently I did not scan these guys. Which is weird because I could have sworn I did. Yep. Good. Central tank control circuits connection terminated. Ooh. It's a shiny thing. Very first pilot you meet in here is actually an uncloaked shadow pilot. So if you scanned him, that's why. Oh, that could be it. Yep. You could be right. So yeah, we're looking for... Oh, hello. There goes number 2. Just telling you what it is in advance, I suppose. Unfortunately, you can't get through this door. Things just sort of bounce off it. You need the ice beam. It's kind of weird that they send you all the way down this, what is effectively a one-way path, and then they're like, actually, now you gotta go all the way back. But it's the point that you go all this way, you get a new toy, and then things change so your new toy becomes useful, and then you get to play with it for a while. Which is, it's a nice design touch. Excuse me, right. Thermal visor. All because Miyamoto asked the question, could Samus have a bug's head? Jeez, I think it was Miyamoto who said that. Thermal visor acquired. Oh yeah. One sec. Oh, that wasn't a good move. And then hey, who turned out the lights? Whoop, hello. Ha, come here. I do like the visual effect of the thermal visor. It's a bit of an annoying one to use, I'll be honest. But it's still a cool visual effect. Get wrecked. pretty sure you can actually release them early by blowing up the glass, but I might be thinking of the tubes in the previous areas. I can't remember if you can break this glass or not. This, of course, is where you get your tutorials about these bad boys. I don't think you can scan these things. No, you can't. Beep boom. Oh yeah, now these you can scan. And they're really annoying. One of the things that is quite fun to do is to be in a room full of obvious space pirates and then to just release a Metroid. Hello, where the fuck did you come from? Yeah, sorry, it's to be in a room full of space pirates and release a Metroid, because the Metroid will go after them just as much as it will go after you. And that is very funny to see. Gotta watch out for the guns, of course. They don't have heat signatures. Again, brilliant touch. Because it's a thermal visor, and, you know, guns are made of metal, and so generally cold. I think in an ideal world, it would be a thing that they'd start, like, glowing more after they started firing. But that might have been a bit too tricky to program. So I accept the fact that guns are just, you know, lumps of cold metal, which they are. And we go from there. Okay, back outside. Technically speaking, no, that's the wrong one. I want to keep that. I want to turn you off. Hello. Well, that blew up. Yeah, thinking about it, I didn't need to do that. I could have just run through the whole room. I gotta remember shit like that. And back to the purple world. Where are you? There you are. Nice. I think I did get everything up here, didn't I? Yeah. Kind of weird because they sort of turn the power off. They never turn it back on. It's not like you come back to this area later and all the lights are back on. No, they're just off. Permanently. I ever mentioned I really hate these things? Oh, now this is... Oh yeah. If you super missile that bad boy, more missiles. You think they're being sneaky? Not that sneaky. Surprise. Works for me. Ow. Stop it. Fortunately, the lights run in this area, which is a good job because otherwise that'd be quite annoying. And get my ass back out of here. Quick save, and then, well, I think we all know what comes next. It's time for boss number 2. You actually get a good chunk of time between bosses in this. Because you get like, I think one of the problems with the pacing in the early game is you just get all these little mini bosses. You know, you get like several machines, you get the wave of large beetles and stuff like that. And, oh yeah. Boom. And it feels a bit of a slog. It feels like you're not really adventuring to find it. It feels like you're just going through a bit of a gauntlet. I mean, it's not that that's bad, I guess, but I guess it could have been paced a bit better. And then, of course, you fight your first boss in Flagger, and then it's actually like no real bosses for quite a while. Until this guy, of course. Unless I'm missing a boss. No. my memory's not fantastic, but it ain't that bleeding bad. Ah. First we need a bunch of rocks. Now, I remember the specifics, I don't remember the order of this boss, so I'll pick it up as I go along. Oop. So it's called Thardus. Hang on, let me just... Yeah. An animated sentient creature of stone charged with phazon radiation. The phazon radiation gives off by Thardus negates auto-targeting systems, preventing lock-on. It may be possible to acquire alternative targets with a different visor. The chaotic nature of phazon irradiation leads to instability in its structural integrity. Thardus can encase targets in ice, and its colossal size and strength makes it a formidable opponent. Ow. That's what I'm talking about. Ow. Yeah, I am very much out of practice at this. Wait, is this where I start needing to use the other beam? This is where I need to use the other beam, isn't it? There it is. Ow. Come on, you. Let me blast you. I am really out of practice. Come on, there it goes. That's more like it. Woo! Careful now. Ah, is this the part where he's about to make it all snowy? Yep, this is the part where he makes it all snowy. See, now I've sort of remembered the flow. Now it's not a problem. Ow. Woo! Okay. Really? Come on. At least you get a few pickups out of it. We doing the rolling again? Yep, we be rolling. Stop missing! For goodness sake. Why are you even hitting him? I can't tell. It's too dusty. Woo! Careful now. Come on. There it goes. Now the fog should fall back. There it is. Careful now. One of the things I always found very curious about this boss fight is the fact that the fog is actually less now than it was at the start of the fight. There he goes. That if you look at the fog level at the start of the fight, and then the middle of the fight, and then at the end of the fight, there's less fog in that end chunk of the fight. Although I think it comes back after this cutscene. It's like they toned down the fog too much during the latter part of the fight by accident. Because if you look at the fog now, I'm sure there's even less fog than there was at the latter part of the fight. It's just something I've always noticed, because I always remember thinking that the third part of that fight, after the really heavy fog goes away, is clearer than the fog at the start and the fog now. As I say, I don't know if that's like an oversight or what, but it's just one of those random things I noticed. Anyway, Spitter Ball. Because the Spider Ball is really fun. I will say, I love how they implemented this. Like the Spider Ball into the main game like that. I think it's actually a really, really cool thing. That, because obviously, Spider Ball can't really use it as you could in the original game. But you could use it on specific rails, and I think that's a nice way to implement it. But I don't know, that's just me. And back to Magmore Caverns. Now you can actually. Do I need to Yep, yeah I do. Now you can go up here, but I'm pretty sure there's an ice door at the top. Yeah, look, you can just see the white of the ice. So let's not do that. Morph balls are sadly not allowed to activate elevators. Which is rude. Hashtag let morph balls on elevators. Now, if I remember correctly... See, one of these doors leads to... There it is. Ah, yeah. Save point. Useful. Especially both before and after fighting a boss. Ow. What? Yep. Wow. Dick. Right, have I scanned you? Yes, I have. Now, there's a door up there, but there's no point in going through there. I'm pretty sure we need power bombs. What we need to do is... Boop. Boop. And boop. Ah, yeah. Now we get the puzzle music kicking off. Ah. Get rid of those annoyances. Boop-a-dee-doo-boo. Boom boom. Boom boom. Boom boom. Whoop. And time to go. Boom 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 boom. Boom boom. Yeah, man, down you go. Ah, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're doing good on the old energy tank front. We got 7. I think that's half of them. I can't remember. How many energy tanks were there? You know, I actually don't remember. Ah, yes, this room. Yes, I'm sure we all remember this room. Not that I can do anything about it yet, because I'm pretty sure I need the grapple. Woo! And that's not until very late. Very late, in point of fact. No, I have already scanned that. Okay. Bye-bye. Oh. He died eventually. Is it? No. No. No, that was a different one, wasn't it? Yes. Yes? Yes. No? Bye-bye. That is very satisfying. Let's be honest. That's very satisfying. Whoop. Okay, so we have the spider ball, and see if we can get the damn thing to work. I'm trying to think, what can I do next? Because obviously we can take this one back up to Telenova. Actually, hang on, let me just run through this in my head. This is sort of where my memory starts to fail me a bit. Because I could go back up, because there's Telenova World. I could go through to... If I went through the Chozo Ruins, I'd be able to get those upgrades. Could I get that one now? Oh no, I wouldn't be able to get that one, because I need the gravity suit for that. Although... It is Chozo Ruins I gotta go to, isn't it? Because my next upgrade is the Ice Beam, and that's in Chozo Ruins. So the two options are go through Magmore or go through Talon. I don't think there's any items I can get in Talon. So I'm leaning towards let's go through Magmore and then through Talon. I can't remember what the route I normally take is. I've actually forgotten. But I think this is it. I think. Woo! I legitimately don't remember at this point. Just gone from my brain. Ow. I don't really know what the critical path to this whole area is. Well, the whole game, really. I never bothered to... I don't look stuff like that up, you know? It's not really my sort of thing. Later. Don't need to deal with you now. Thank you. Open the door. Hi guys. So this is what I mean about how it gets easier to get through this place as you get more upgrades, so you don't have to go through multiple bit in that, which is useful. The other thing, of course, we can get here is it this one? No, it's the other one. Oh yeah. Now that I remembered. It's one of the few you can get, like, early on, you know? That one is the artifact of nature. Ain't that lovely? Anyway. Badonk. Game reminding me that I've completed it. I'm getting there anyway. Ow! Try actually pressing the jump button, might help. Let's see what I'm going past. I'm also over if the game decides to crash. I mean, this is a Wii game that I'm playing on the Wii U, so no guarantee of stability. It should be fine, but you just don't know. Oh. Alright, so we go up, and we'll end up... Can we get that one now? Oh, I might be able to, actually. And we're up. Blimey. So I was just glancing at the clock and I was like, wait, it's 5 to 4. I haven't been playing this for an hour. I can't have. No, apparently I have. Okay, so let's see now. Map. We've been through that. Technically speaking, I can go up into here and grab the item in here, but as you can clearly see, there's a little room there. We can't get that until we get the gravity boots. Gravity suit, even. So gravity boots, gravity suit. So it's a question of, do I want to go into there twice, or do I want to save that till later? Could save it till later. But then getting the item at the top of there is kind of fun. There's also this bit, but I'm pretty sure we need the grapple for that. So what I'm leaning towards, actually, it's going up this way, going to this room, getting the artifact there. I told you I'd be coming back to the sun chamber again. And then going up this way. We could go up into there as well, because I'm pretty sure that only needs the spider ball, and that would be nice to get. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, now which one is it? Cordite, that's the one. Is that one as well? It is. One. So you need to do this in order to get back up there. The other one is... no, not that. Actually, do I need to scan that? No, I don't. This one should be... Because I think this is the only way back up into the sun chamber. I don't think you can go in the other way. I think it gets like automatically blocked off after the boss fight. I think. Again, been a while. Might be wrong. Makes this much easier when you get the ability to jump. Rather than having to use bombs. Because, of course, initially you'd have to use bombs, like in the GameCube version. Oh, yeah. Now, technically speaking, I'm getting this ghost reveal early. Because you're supposed to have, like, the official reveal comes in a bit. Actually, I was heading towards the official reveal. But I'm getting it a little bit early, because I'm being sort of naughty and slightly... well, not really sequence breaky. But, you know, sequence alternate-y. These guys are not fun, but they don't really get easy to deal with until after you get the X-ray, which is like the last item you pick up. Yeah. Woo! Also very annoying they take more than just a super missile to take down. I can do that too. Gotcha. And that's why you can't get through the other door. They block it. And here we have another one. Ah, the artifact of wild. Excellent. Ba-ding. Alright. Okay, so it's 4 o'clock. Would you believe it? Really doesn't feel like I've been playing this game for an hour. So we'll take a break, but we're doing alright. I mean, we got 33% of the items, 63% of the scan book, so we're about 1/3 and 2/3 of the way through all that stuff. So we're doing fine. I don't think I've missed anything significant or important. I've been trying to keep on top of it, trying to make sure my brain doesn't, derp out or anything like that. But we're doing okay. So, back in a minute, guys. And we're back. Okay. Despite my computer objecting to me pressing the button. Right, where were we? Oh, yes. Come on now. Bloody worm annoyance things. Well, hey. Now, okay, so we got... So we can go into there. We can get the one up there too. There's no point in doing that. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I know where I'm going. I've remembered. Ow. Wow. Although, you know what, I've already started. I was going to say, actually, I should probably do that later on, because I will be back to this room again, but it's not too much of a detour. Besides, I could do with the missile tanks. I did forget that there's also a secret in that room as well. That was my mistake. I actually did completely forget about that. Oi! You bloody mind. Rude. Right, that's that. Excellent. There's a thing I forgot down there under the water. And as I say, I did forget it, but it's not a big deal. I can't remember specifically what it is, but I know it's there. I think it's an artifact. Is it an artifact? Might be an artifact. We could also go up and grab the one up here now too while we're at it. Lots of missiles. I'm gonna be needing them. Especially in the last boss. That guy really can chug through the missiles. Then again, so does the Omega Pirate. Big missile chewing boss. Now we did... yes. Now, alright, so if you couldn't tell, this thing here is the, I think the outside of the place where you pick up the energy tank that I picked up earlier. Now that's Bendesium, which is unfortunately that's power bombs needed to destroy. I remembered that, but Chozo lore. What is this otherworldly pestilence that infests the land, seeking out life in its blind need for corruption? And where did the meteor that brought it originate? Was it crafted by alien hands? Or is it a roving chunk of a planet that suffered a violent end? Our minds quail in horror at the thought that long ago, in some corner of the universe as yet unseen by our eyes, an entire planet was perhaps once coated with this great poison. Whatever cataclysm may have ruptured that doomed place must have been mighty indeed. And if other meteors from it spread through space bearing this evil to the far corners of the universe, we hold fast to the hope that this is not so. That only the surviving remnants of this evil are here on Talon 4. Then, at least, there is hope for its eradication. Unintentionally laying down the foundations for phase there, which I love. I mean, it was the obvious direction for it to go after the first two games, but it's like they didn't have to. They could have gone in any direction. You know, maybe phase wasn't the true origin. I don't know, or it could have been anything really. Ah, yes. Here we got a big lore dump. Woohoo! 3 right next to each other. To the entrusted one, if you read these words, then our hope has not been in vain. Your path is fraught with danger, monstrosities beyond description lurking in the shadows, starving, hunting for prey, searching for ways to quench the poisonous urges that bloom within their brains. Some of these are shrewd, but they are blinded by their evil designs. Believing in their black promise of the great poison, they seek to harness it for their own ends. It is these last that are the greatest danger. When you rid the universe of these creatures, you will be the true entrusted one. Talking about the space pirates there, of course. Which we know Samus does inevitably do, or at least this version of the Space Pirates. Because it's kind of weird, actually, that in Metroid, the Space Pirates aren't just, you know, people who exist, but who happen to be pirates. In the Metroid universe, the Space Pirates are an entire fucking species. They're not like a conglomerate of different species that work together in their piratey ways. They're just a species. Their species are called Space Pirates, and they're all evil. If it was anything else, I'd complain about that, but it kind of works for Metroid, because Metroid has always been simple things with broad strokes, so it makes sense that the entire species, you know, could be just evil, because perhaps they just wiped out anybody who wasn't. It's also worth pointing out, actually, going back to this one, that it specifically says, when you rid the universe of these creatures, you will truly be the entrusted one. Bearing in mind, in Prime 3, we take the fight to the Space Pirate homeworld, and we help the Galactic Federation take the planet over. Effectively, in a roundabout way, destroying the Space Pirates. Now, or at least their homeworld. Of course, we know that eventually they set themselves back up on Zebus, but I think it's assumed that with Zebus being destroyed, the Space Pirates are now just a scattered remnant, that there's nothing more left. We know that there are Space Pirates in Fusion, but there weren't any Space Pirates in Dread, so presumably by this point the Space Pirates are gone, more or less. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't actually read this one. None know if our temple, the Cradle, will prove powerful enough to contain this evil forever. For now, it wraps around that abomination, cutting it off from the world above. However, we believe the power of the cipher, which has been provided by linking the 12 artifacts, should be strong enough. The fate of this world is now left to the one who will collect all the artifacts in the future. The time when the entrusted one knows is approaching. Many Chozo are gifted with the distant sight, and even more begin to learn it as our harmonization with the universe becomes more and more complete. We peer forward, seeing prophecy in the ripples of the water, hearing rumors of coming days on the breath of the wind. Though we celebrate these distant sights, many of these visions are dark. The worst of the prophecies, and the most common, tells the coming of the worm. Born from parasites, nurtured in a poisoned womb, the worm grows, devouring from within, until the world begins to rot. Not all prophecies come to pass, of course, but we cannot help but fear this dark portent. Cordite? I know what to do with Cordite. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, not quite. There it is. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know why they bother putting a timer on it. I guess they just sort of felt the need to. Missiles! Oh yeah. Nice chunky 5 missiles. Actually, I don't know why I bothered doing that, because we just gotta go back into full mode again. Whoop! And up! And donk. Excellent. Only the holder of the 12 shall face the worm. I wonder what that means. I mean, I don't know. Could be anything. Ah yes, this is where we get the what is supposed to be the official introduction to the ghosts. Technically. Yeah. Okay, just checking. Ooh, it glows. Because we gotta do this 3 bleeding times at least. Minimum. Hey look, lore. Things bound to earthly shapes are temporal and frail. Existing in a single dimension, they are fragile, vulnerable, and ultimately mortal. However, not all things obey this law. Shapeless, they wait beyond the realm of perception, emerging only when one arrives who can feel their presence. Such is the will of the Chozo. Our will to defeat the evil seeping into this planet remains. We desire only to see the darkness meet its end. The will of the Chozo has no mind or reasoning of its own, though. This will be the entrusted one's trial. Okay. You can see there are 3 things up there, but we'll deal with that later. Oh, we gotta do this so many bloody times. Strike! Three very distinct colors. What could it mean? Oh yeah, also, just as an aside, if you zip your way in here, because I do need to scan this, there are surprisingly few of these. I think there's like 2 or 3 in the entire game. It's weird. But what it is a missile recharge station, which I don't despise. I'll top up while I'm here. Being just topping up, I'm almost out of drink. I'll be fine. I'm out of tea. That's what matters. Alright. Zoop through the hole. Ow, that was not planned. Ba-dum bum bum bum. I mind no, I think I come back here later, don't I? Woohoo! And then it rotates back into place. Nice. Yeah, you gotta do this so many times. Always remember, activate this bad boy. It turns off this. So that way you can just jump straight up here without having to do all that faff again. Oh yeah. We got yellow. We picked up purple. And now we get white. Ice beam! My help. I'm pretty sure. You may notice there's a little hole. I don't remember where this goes, which probably implies I don't use it all that often. I think it takes you to an elevator, but I don't remember where this elevator goes. Talon Overworld East. Where does this one go? Because I know there's... Does that lead... I thought... Hang on a second. Hang on, I gotta refresh my memory on this because I genuinely don't remember. I thought it was the other elevator in the other corner that led to Talon. Or do they both lead to Talon Overworld? I just gotta see where this drops me off. I don't remember. It's probably not a route I take when I'm playing this normally, which is why I don't remember it. So it is... Oh, this is... Yeah, this is the one... Ow. I don't think there are any items down here, that's the thing. Oh no, stand corrected. There is an item here. How come I don't remember this then? Because this... Eventually, yeah, it leads you out here. But I don't need to do that yet, because there's no point. I didn't remember there being an item there, though. Good job. I had actually completely, totally, and utterly managed to forget that. I do not remember doing this. Because I thought that's where the other elevator led out. So, where does that elevator lead out then? I don't remember. I really don't. Okay, so, we got the ice beam. I think we go back to Fendrana and pick up the gravity suit next. I think that's the next big thing. Because there's not a vast amount of left in that regard. I mean, there's still a lot to do, don't get me wrong, but in terms of major items, they start getting spread out a bit more now. Okay, where the hell do you go? Or do you go to Magmore? No, you don't. No, there's nowhere else in Magmore left. The only other connection in Magmore is the one in, the Phazon Mines. Yeah, it's Talon Overworld. Or does this one... Oh, that's where the... Oh god, that's where the X-ray beam is. Yeah, I definitely don't need to be here yet. Okay. See, this is the thing. This is like... I'm so not used to going through either of these things. It's probable that what it usually is during my standard route when playing Metroid Prime, when I'm like trying to do the game really, really fast, I don't bother with either of these routes. Because I just don't need to. Although you'd think I'd need to pick up that item at some point, but that's probably something completely different. Anyway, yeah, next stop is See, what I gotta do, actually, is I gotta get my sorry arse back to Fendrana. And, yeah, essentially here. I've gotta get my butt to here. Because I need to get the gravity suit, which is sort of over there-ish. So we gotta get back to Magmore Caverns. So, actually, let me think. Maybe that is the best way. Because what I'm thinking is there are multiple entrances and exits to Magmore Caverns. The one we want is that one. And the closest elevator to that is actually this one, which teleports you to Overworld West, of course. This is the thing, it's where my memories are starting to break down. Obviously that's Fendrana, but that's the... Although, we could go into Fendrana and go through it, but then don't really need to do that yet. Not until we got the plasma beam later. That goes to Chozo Ruins. So what I really need... is to remember... Yeah, that's the Magmore Caverns one. So technically speaking, that would make the most sense, wouldn't it? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I was right in the first place. Oh well. Yeah, we should have gone this way. Because what I'm thinking is if I jump down off that cliff, even if I then fall in the water, which wouldn't be a problem, takes me back to essentially right close to the landing zone, then I can go straight from there and do all that. I got it. Although, if I went back through... Is there anything I can do that way, though? I don't think there is there? Because I'm also, the alternate, and this is me just discussing this to myself really more than anything else. The alternate is, yeah, we go back this way, we go back through here. Now I can go through there, that's not a problem. Like there's an item there I can get, but I can't get it until I get the power bombs. We've got all this stuff. Technically there's an item there I can get, but I need the gravity suit. I need the grapple beam for that room. I need gravity suit for that. So I could go through all this. I don't think there's much point. Yeah, I think I'll do it this way. I wonder which way I would normally go. I don't actually remember. This is the thing. I have completely forgotten. To the point where, as I say, I don't remember any of this. Like, I'm legitimately shocked at how little of this I'm remembering right now. Coming through. Open the friggin' door. Whew. While we're going past, we may as well pop into the save room. Just so I can remember what the bloody hell I'm doing. Because I also get a top up of my missiles from this one, I think. Yeah. Still can't get up there because we need the grapple. Right, is it this way? Yes. Okay. Ooh, almost didn't do that right. Coming across, guys. Just ignore me. Don't explode. Thank you. This is the one thing I hate. The fucking beam switching on this stuff is so irritating. It's like, I don't mind it being a barrier, but it should be a barrier that disappears after you've broken it. That's what should have happened. But it doesn't. There's no point in doing this room. I mean, firstly, you can't even really start until you got the grapple later on, but you can't get to the end until you got the power bombs, which is quite late down the chain. My personal favorite thing to do with these guys is to freeze them with the ice beam, but that can sometimes be a little hard to arrange. Oh, unless they do that, then you can freeze and shatter, which is always good fun. And as I said, that door over there just leads to a tube that's blocked off by debris that needs to be destroyed with the power bombs, so you can't do that. Right to where we need to be. Right, yeah, sadly can't get that. We need the big blasty heaty thing. What's it called? The wait, what's it? Plasma beam. I need to scan these. Yeah, those have already been scanned. Very good. I don't remember which way to go. Oh no, that just leads back to the pirate area. So definitely not that way. Not that. Is the other one off of the... Yeah, I think it's through... Come on. It's through here. You're not supposed to be here yet, are you? I don't remember those being here. No, they... I remember them being in... Wait, are they in this game? Okay, now I'm getting very confused because I feel like my memory is not that bad. No, that... Wait, hang on. Oh, hang on. I gotta think about this for a second. There's not... I thought the hunters didn't show up in that room until later. Or is that like part of this version? The trilogy version moves some enemies around, putting the Hunter Metroid in this part. Right! That's why my memory was saying, hang on a sec, what the fuck is he doing here? Because most of my memory is based on the GameCube version. For obvious reasons. Yeah, God, I remember that now. I had completely forgotten that. That's another one of those, ooh, I don't remember that moments. Also, I think this is a save point. Yeah. Use it while I'm here. You know, I'd completely forgotten about that. That wasn't like a slip of the memory thing, like that missile tank I didn't remember being in that room. That was like I don't think I knew enough about this. Because, you know, haven't played this version all that much. Uh-oh. Alright. Isn't there... Yeah, grapple point. They force you underwater for a little bit just to remind you, yeah, this is how bad water physics is. Because the other thing is that when you're underwater, it's all very cloudy. And that's one thing that Gravity Suit actually does, is not only does it let you move perfectly fine underwater, it also removes the fog. The sort of the cloudiness. I don't think I can get across to that one. No, you need to grapple. Come on, get up there. You know you want to. Come on, almost there. We're so close. There it is. Now, as I say, remember how foggy everything is now, right? Ah, yeah. Finally! And, okay. And look, it's much clearer now. Like, literally, so much clearer. Doesn't stop these things from being equally annoying, of course, but it is what it is. Right. Now we can get the fudge out. Quite literally, of the water. Hey! Is there an item in here? Hang on a sec. No, wait. Is it? There is an item in this room. My brain is saying there's an item in this room, and I'm like, yes, I think there is. I don't remember where. It's up there. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you gotta melt this. That was it. Like, my brain was saying item in this room. It's like, yes, but I'm pretty sure I need the plasma beam to get it. And you do. You gotta melt this bad boy. There's a grapple beam thing in there. But I can't get to that yet. As I say, plasma beam first. Hello. Actually, if I scan these things... Yes, I have. Always like to check. I do like freezing them and then blowing them up. There's something oddly satisfying about that. Yeah. Alright, so I think that's pretty much everything we can do here for now. Again, kind of just one of those things you need to wait for. Okay, so next, let's see, we've got... So yeah, we need to get back to Talon Overworld, because... Yes, although... Hang on. Are there any items I can get? I know there's... I know there's an item I can get there, but I need the plasma beam. Item I can get there, I think. I need plasma beam for the item there, item there. I don't think there's another item there. Oh, I think I got that one. There's a few items scattered around there. Yeah, so most of the items I got now are like late game ones. There's no point in me trying to get yet. Actually, which is the exit to the top of the room? Okay. Yeah, a lot of them are like, oh, you need the plasma beam for this, which is like one of the last upgrades you get. It's actually one of the interesting things is that the X-ray visor and the plasma beam can be gotten. That's the wrong one. Can be gotten pretty much simultaneously. Like you can get them in either order. I don't actually. That's close. I don't know what the preferred order for those is. Up. Come on, up. Because I know that after you get out of the Phazon mines, having gotten the Phazon suit, the only two items left are the plasma beam and the X-ray visor. But you can get them in either order. I think I usually go for the plasma beam first. I think. I don't remember. Okay. Didn't have to. I just wanted to. So, yes. My next goal is to go back to Talonova World and go through the wreckage of the ship from the start of the game. Which, can I just say, is a fantastic little touch. The only thing I wish they'd done is kind of foreshadowed it by actually showing the ship crashing into the ground at some point. I get that probably wouldn't have been possible with, you know, the tech at the time. GameCube was a pretty powerful console. But just in general, tech at the time couldn't have done it. But there could have just been a little cutscene, just showing it falling. But, they didn't. And it's fine. As I said, it would have been a nice to see, but not a requirement. But it's nice that they actually included it. Because it's, in a way, it's kind of... It's sort of a reference to Super Metroid with the wrecked ship. But the wrecked ship is just a random wrecked ship. Like, it's sort of recontextualized in Zero Mission. That the wrecked ship is the former Space Pirate ship that is part of Chozodia. Because Zero Mission kind of recontextualizes that, which was a great... Like, that was such a cool thing to see that. You're going through, it's like, holy shit, this is supposed to be the wrecked ship, isn't it? Which was always, like, that was such a nice little sort of a soft retcon. Well, not really a retcon, more of an explanation for something that, you know, was added in. But, yeah, so you got that. But in this one, it's like, no, it's the frigate Orphon, or whatever it's called, from the start of the game. Which is like, yes, that's such a nice callback. Kaboom. while I'm here. Nice. No, it's not scannable, is it? Isn't there like... memory of there being an item around there somewhere. There it is. I knew there was some way out of this. I know you can swing across these. Why do I remember there being like an item hidden around here somewhere? I'm misremembering that. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, we can go in here now. Or we will right when we get back from the break. Because I just noticed it's pretty much 5 o'clock. Or at least it is according to the clock I'm looking at, which might be a couple of minutes past. I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm going to take a break now anyway. Back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Okay. Time to go down to the Phazon Mines. Finally! Like, it takes you quite a while to get to this point, which, you know, I suppose makes a certain kind of sense. It is supposed to be the final area of the game, after all. Oh, no, wait. We've got the whole ship thing to go through first. Yeah, it might help. I was like, hang on, am I forgetting something here? Yes, yes I was. Sure I can scan... Can I scan something? I'm sure there's something around there I'm supposed to scan. But yes, do you recognize these pipes, these tubes? Because you should. But forget. Just say, nice little callback. Uh-oh. That reminds me, if I scanned you... Good, I have. Now these, I could be wrong. I think these are a temporary creature. Like, scan them now or, you know, you'll miss them. I could be wrong on that. They're either a temporary creature or this is the only room in the whole game they show up in and they're just an annoying creature. I remember them being annoying. I do remember that, but I couldn't quite remember why. And hey, look where it is. These are not the flying pirates, these are sub-pirates. So do yourself a favour and bloody well scan them. Look, the room where we fought the Parasite Queen. Again, lovely little callback. Not sure how these things are supposed to be floating, but... well, let's be honest, floating platforms is kind of just a Metroid thing. So it is what it is. Oh yeah, that's right, we need to use... hang on. I knew there was some reason I had to do all this. Right. Fortunately, the save point's still here, and apparently it still bloody works, which is a miracle. So do the doors. The doors still have power, apparently. That didn't sound right. More energy, always nice. Nicey, 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 nice. Much better later on when you can just vaporize those things. Where was that last one? Dead Space Pirate. What a shame. I know there's a third one. Is it all the way up there? Oh, it was just a third. Never mind. I thought that was a fourth one, but... probably thinking of a different one. Don't worry about it. There it is. I knew there was one at the back of one of those things. I couldn't remember whether that was up above or on the bottom shelf. Which one was it? Yeah. Well, hey. See, I told you there was going to be an item in there at some point. Remember? Like, yesterday, well, not yesterday, but last session, where I was all like, hey, remember this bit, there's going to be an item in there later. And there was. I wasn't lying to you. Stay, please. Thank you. Woo! Again, a place we've seen a lot before, but hey, it's all like this now. Oh yeah. There's this whole thing shtick is you gotta power everything up. Will he be dead? There it is. I knew I had to scan one of those somewhere. Again, this is one of those ones where I think this is the only scannable one in the whole game. Did you sort of see that one earlier? But for some reason you can't scan it. Well, you probably can get these ones down here. No? Can you get these ones down here too? Yeah, you can get these ones down here too. But it's still the one in this room. Despite the fact you see it in previous areas as well, it's only the ones in this room that count for some reason. Hang on a sec. Is there? No, I'm thinking of a different room. I was thinking, is there an item around here? Well, I think I'm thinking of a different room. I don't think I've missed an item yet. Oh yeah, that's what you gotta do. Nope, too early. Damn it. That's the item I was probably thinking of. Look at the map. See where we are. Look familiar? Well, it shouldn't. Actually, yes. Oh wait, is this the room? Yes. Yeah, it is. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, we could have come through that way. Technically speaking, I don't think you can actually, because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, this is the thing, right? If I scan those, hang on. Just double checking. Yeah, see, this is the thing. Because you have to be down here in order to get to the Phazon Mines, and you come out up here. When you come out of the elevator, you literally can't get down past these things. It's like a blocker. Which is, I mean, it's a way to do it, I guess. Isn't... Nah, no. Again, I was thinking of the other one. Never mind. Phazon Mines. Last major area in the game. I mean, technically there is one more area in the impact crater, but that's literally like 3 rooms. So, well, I suppose it depends on if you count all those different bits of the. Tickety. Here you have it. Kill these now. Get them out of the way. As you can imagine, this area has a few enemies kicking around. You can hear them talking. Anyway, one thing you can do, actually, if you're, I suppose so inclined. One of the things I will say about the Phazon Mines is it's a very large area that's kind of like a gauntlet. Because you get this save point here. There aren't that many save points in the Phazon Mines. Certainly not in the terms of like other areas. I don't know if that was deliberate or if it was an oversight. I'd guess deliberate, but then I'd also imagine that this is probably one of the final areas that got worked on during development. And as the development of this game was somewhat notoriously rushed, does make me wonder. But yeah, I mean, I could totally imagine it being deliberate because, you know, this final area of the game you get to, you're pretty powerful by this point, pretty capable of a lot of stuff. So, like, having it where, you know, enemies are quite tough. I mean, it would make sense, wouldn't it? Really? Now, there is an item on the other side of this, but it's Bendesium. AKA, we need the... Oh, that would have been the turrets. That would have been useful to remember earlier. Oh, don't we get introduced? Yeah. Oh no. Oh no, stand corrected. Maybe that's later? Or is this where they get introduced? This is where they get introduced. The annoying type-based pirates. And yeah, they are exceptionally annoying. Come on, lock on. These ones ain't too bad because these ones at least stun. Honestly, I think ones I find the most annoying are the power-based ones. The power beam ones. But these guys are pretty damn annoying. They all have their strengths and weaknesses in that regard. Like, these ones can get stunned, the ice ones can eventually get frozen. Power beam ones you can at least take out with a super missile, if you've got the ammo for it. And the plasma beam ones, of course, they can get vaporized relatively quickly. I think that's Bendesium again, isn't it? Yeah. See, this is the point, you're going to get a lot of this. Alright, what do we got? Battle sims for elite pirates, shoulder mounted plasma artillery, repulsion shield, wave quake projector, energy siphon system, retractable wrist bayonets. Yes, they do have all of those. Log 11001.9. Initial Project Helix experiments with space pirate embryos were disastrous. The phase-on infusion process degenerated brain tissue even as it augmented muscle mass. None of what we have termed elite pirates lived to maturity. The few that survived their infanthood suffered severe psychotic breakdowns as juveniles, killing anything within their zone of perception. Research team Sierra made a recent breakthrough in which parasite studies with a phase-on strain codenamed Vertigo were highly successful. Since then, we have successfully fused Vertigo phase-on with space pirate DNA with great success. The latest batch of elite pirates have reached maturity successfully and are ready for field testing and training. And that just turns on the platforms. Good job, really. Now, him we'll have to deal with later. Mostly because, again, kind of need power bombs. You pretty much go through this whole area twice. That wasn't the one I wanted to log on to. Can I? Nope. You're not gonna let me do it, are you? Right, security alert all stations. Bioform sound has made planetfall on Talon 4. Hunter is among us. Wait, what? All units are hereby ordered to attack Aaron on sight. Terminal force is authorized. Report all sightings of Aaron to security command at once. Funny enough, it's in red, but it's not something that gets in the logbook. It's just important. Platform security system. So there's a hunter among us, you say? Did it predict the future? No. No, it really, really didn't. It is willing to lock onto literally everything except there it is. Yep, paratrooper. Just because I wanted to fucking do that. So I wanted to scan him first. Now. Which one was it? I think it was that one. Oh yeah. And that takes me up to 100. Nice. No, never mind. Power beam. Yep, that works. I do love the ability to just hop. I know I've said that like a dozen times already, but it is very bloody useful. And again. Oops, wrong button. Sorry, it's my fault. Ah, it's the wrong button again. I'll get it right in a minute. Wrong one. Now you can make yourself things a little easier for yourself by killing these things if you want. I think you can anyway. Sorted. One of the things I like about this is that we are literally right underneath the impact crater. That is the temple up there. It's a nice little bit of world building because it kind of puts you in place of where you are. Because it's like, oh yeah, I know where I am now. There. Hang on. That's right. You can, if you blow that up, you blow them up. That's the thing to remember for the future. Yeah, if you walk into this room from this direction, blow that crate up, and it actually kills the two pirates in that. I'd forgotten about that. Remembered now, of course. Ah. Are we at this point already? No. Are we? Yeah, we are, okay. You just got to get it to stop using that bloody shield. That's lucky. What we got? Hey, pirate data. 11.156.9 Investigations into a possible ingress point for the impact crater continue to meet with failure. The shield of strange energy that protects it is impenetrable, and all attempts to tunnel past it have proven fruitless. Our continued futility in this matter is made all the more significant in light of the recent life form readings we've discovered emanating from deep within the crater. Analysis of the readings indicates that a massive creature is gestating there, absorbing enormous amounts of phazon from the phazon core at the heart of the impact crater. This discovery makes accessing the crater doubly important. Not only will it open the door to vast deposits of phazon within, but it will lead us to this creature, whatever it may be. Well, we know what it ends up being. Okay, 10.023.7. Security Command issued an all-points alert for the fall of Zebus. The alert concerned bioform Samus Aran, also known as the Hunter. Subject is a female hominid and is heavily armed and extremely dangerous. Subject uses a powered armor suit of unknown design in battle, along with a number of potent beam and concussive weapons. All combat units are instructed to terminate Aaron on... Whoops. Damn it, sorry. Lost the button. Terminate Aaron on sight, preferably in a fashion that will allow salvage of her powered armor suit and weapons. A considerable bounty will also go to the unit who delivers Aaron to command, dead or alive. It matters not. The thing is, I don't think that, taking the armor would really work, because if you stop and think about it, whenever I die, the armor tends to, disintegrate. What is this? I don't remember this room. Is this a connection for later? That's probably a connection for later. Anyway. I actually don't remember that room. I really didn't. I was like, hang on a sec. It's probably a route I don't normally use, which is why I don't... Alright, who's shooting at me? Oh, they're ice types. Ah, wow. First, scanny. Ooh. Not you. Alright, who else was around? Right. Now where was I? Consumption of elite nutrients mixed by non-elite units is strictly prohibited. Yeah, makes sense. Total holdings and talent force, security being compromised in multiple areas. Okay, log 11.222.8. Science team is attempting to reverse engineer Samus Aran's arsenal based off of data acquired from her assault on our forces. Progress is slow but steady. Command would dearly enjoy turning Aran's weapon against her. We believe we can implement beam weapon prototypes in 3 cycles. Aran's power suit technology remains a mystery, especially the curious morph ball function. All attempts at duplicating it have ended with disaster. 4 test subjects were horribly broken and twisted when they engaged our morph ball prototypes. Science team wisely decided to move on afterwards. Yeah, so that explains where all the beam trooper types come from. I also like the joke about, I do wonder if that's like a meta thing, because people have regarded how Samus fits into the morph ball. And honestly, it depends on which game you're playing, because in the original game, Samus Aran was 2 tiles high and the morph ball was 1 tile high. So the morph ball was only half her size. So the size of the morph ball compared to Samus actually changes depending on which game you're playing on. Anyway. I don't think there's anything too much else here. No red ones. Yeah. There's a couple kicking around here. Okay, 11.444.4. Results are in from field studies on the bioform group Chozo, who we believe are extinct. Not quite as extinct as we think they are. We believe that Talonfall was once a stronghold in a great Chozo empire, brought low by the meteor strike. Planetary devastation brought an end to the Chozo, yet remnants of their society remain. We are studying these relics in an attempt to harness their power. What is of no use to us, we destroy. In time, we shall have all we need from this dead race, and shall wipe this planet clean of their ugly ruins. The dead should serve the living, not hinder them. Okay. Bunch of asshats. 11.452.8. Although we are still no closer to finding the artifacts of the Chozo, we have at least produced a viable hypothesis for their function. It appears that each of the artifacts corresponds to one of the statues on the temple platforms, and that each one acts as a small key to a huge lock. Judging by the number of statues, we assume there must be 12 artifacts. Once we find the resulting spots of all 12... too much talking. We can bring them here, unite them with their statues, and open the gate systems at long last. Once we do, the impact crater and whatever creature shelters it will be ours for the taking. Oh, force field offline. Very good. Goody goody gumdrops. 11.402.5. We have come to another dead end. It is clear now that we will never discover the locations of the Chozo artifacts until we can decipher the messages carved into the statues in this abominable temple. I do wonder if these were originally supposed to be in the temple or something like that, because the fact they're just here randomly seems kind of weird, but whatever. Our language database are woefully inadequate, and our linguistic analysis could come up with little more than a vague theories. The best hypothesis that we can offer is that finding artifacts will require items specifically linked to the Chozo civilization. However, without these items, we are lost. Command grows more impatient by the day. Results must be produced soon. Goody. 11.377.1. Analysis continues on these cursed ruins. Or cursed? Is it cursed or cursed? I've quite worked out the difference. And the Chozo temple that hovers near them. We're now completely certain that the containment field to deny us access to the impact crater is linked to the strange artifacts that belong in the temple, but we are no closer to finding them or deciphering the riddles that seem to cover every wall of the ruined place. Talking always gets this. Command grows increasingly anxious for a resolution to this matter, so we must redouble our efforts. X-ray squadrons will begin terrain sweeping within days. Until they begin, patrols are instructed to report any and all architectural anomalies to their commanders. Okay, 11.664.2. There have been numerous incidents involving spectral entities at Chozo ruin sites. Several personnel have been assaulted by these Chozo ghosts. Few have survived. Survivors speak of swift attacks from nowhere, brief sightings of the enemy, then nothing, only to be followed by another attack. Science teams believes these attacks are in response to our efforts to recover Chozo relics and artifacts. Somehow these entities are able to interact with the physical world, and it appears they wish to keep their artifacts to themselves. We will make them pay for such arrogance, for even ghosts can be destroyed. Nice. I do hate trying to jump up those things. It's very annoying. Oh yes. Yeah. Another bloody Bendenzium gate. It does make you wonder why poison gas even bothers Samus, because, well, she's in a fucking spacesuit. We done? Oh, good. I'm sure one of these guys wakes up later, but that might be later. Okay, what have we got? 11232.8. Elite Pirate Upsilon propensity for Phazon has enabled our research team to infuse it far beyond our safety restrictions, and the results have been extremely encouraging. Its constant Phazon diet has increased its mass exponentially, but has retained all mental faculties and shows dexterity with all elite weaponry, including plasma incendiary launchers and the chameleon manta. Was it manta? Mantra? Whatever it was. Issued for cloaking purposes, Elite Pirate Upsilon exhibit miraculous healing abilities when injured. It seeks out Phazon deposits and coats itself in the substance, which instantly mends the creature's wounds. The subject, which we have codenamed Omega Pirate, based on these developments, shows potential to be the new standard for our armies. Only concern at this point is potential overdependence on Phazon. It makes sense, really. Obviously, the Omega Pirate is something we will be very much running into later. But you see my point about this being like a gauntlet? Like, we've been going this whole time, there's not been a single solving save point. We're near one, but there hasn't been one yet, is my point. Ah yes, the dynamo. I forgot those annoying ones, because they're just completely invisible. Okay, so we can now grab this bad boy. Now, I'm not entirely sure, because I can't remember if this is something I just believe like anecdotally, or if it is actually true. I think this maze that they create is completely randomized. Could be wrong, it could be just you know, drawn out of a pool of possible things that can exist. But I think it's randomized. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I don't remember ever having the same one more than once, which is a nice touch. Like, randomness in a game like this is not necessarily easy. But we finally have it. The big one. The power bomb. Oh yeah. Very good, right. You're all clear. And as you can clearly see, rubble. Huh. Now all I gotta do is remember how the hell they're activated. I wasn't paying attention. Now I do. Works for me. And these ones are like elite, yeah, mega turrets, and use something like that. This is where the fun begins. Well, sort of. I can't remember which one it is. It's the fungal thing. Is it the red one? Feeding time. They'll try to fight, but it won't do them much good. Sadly, they also then psychically seem to know where I am, which is a bit annoying. For the record, you don't actually have to come down this way. It's technically optional, but I like coming down here just to do that because it's just bloody fun. Turning the Metroids on their handlers is just hilariously good, entertaining and fun, and yay! Okay, so yeah, although you can technically find your way across here, there's no point. The idea of it is that there are invisible platforms, which you can't do anything about. So you gotta backtrack. Fortunately, there is a save point, so we'll use that. And then we'll call it quits for today, I think. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Alright. And there's a save point. Lovely. Which is good actually, because I was getting a little bit low on energy there. Not dangerously low, but low enough. Anyway, I think that is a great place to leave off for today, because it's going to be ages before I get to the next possible save point after this one. So, yeah, we got to backtrack our way out of here now, essentially. Literally going backwards through the whole bloody thing. Yeah, I think, obviously with that one being the down arrow, that just leads you back down to the lower section, which we haven't got to yet. We'll get that way a different way. So yeah, we've got to backtrack our way out through here. And worm our way all the way back to... Where do we end up going out? What is next? I'm trying to remember now. You know, I really don't... I think we need... Is this the point where we... No, I think we got the grapple next. Oh yeah, that's right. We go... Hang on, where is it? We go all the way back to this room. Here. And then we get the grapple, and then we go over back to here. And then we can go through all this stuff. Yes. And then we leave back through here. We get the... Is that where we get the X-ray visor? I can't remember. I'll try to remember over the next couple of days. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.